Coming to you live from San Antonio from Rackspace's partner event. I'm here with Stephen Spector. Stephen, how are you doing?
Good morning. Well, it's really early for those of us who drove down from Austin this morning, but I'm actually waking up, so I'm doing good.
Great. So now, as we just talked about, you're about 3 weeks into the job as community manager for OpenStack. Can you tell us just a little bit about your background, where you came from?
So, sure. I just left a 14-year career at Citrix Systems, which is a long time, running developer alliance programs, and previous to that actually was a developer. So all developers who think that community managers don't know how to develop, I do. I just don't do it anymore. But I spent the last 3 years running the Zen.org open source Zen hypervisor community that was a part of Citrix. And then when OpenStack announced a few months ago the opportunity to come over and build a community from scratch is just too appealing. It's very exciting that the technology is really accelerating. There's great interest in OpenStack. People want to participate. People want to use it, and so we need to put a community around it and get it going. And we don't really have any users yet or things like that. So it's exciting that there's this explosion that's going to happen. The developers are pouring in, and I'm really looking forward to the users starting to pour in, use it, and get things going.
So then, from your experience as a community manager for Zen, what are some of the just basic things that you look to do when you, as a community manager? What are some rules of thumb that you go by?
So one of the first things I do, and I did those Zen, and I'm actually underway with OpenStack right now, is who are the different members of the community? Who are the different groups? Obviously, the developers are critical, and we want to make sure that they have all the tools and everything they need to do their job. We also want to make sure that the users can find the product, can find support for the product, whether they get support through corporations that decide to help support OpenStack or use mailing lists. We need to make sure the tools are there. We need to make sure that university researchers, if you're a student and you want to do research in the cloud, we really encourage you to look at OpenStack and start using it. Then we want to take your research and start to implement it back into the product. How do we do that process? How do we run events? Our design summit is next month here in San Antonio, and I know that a lot of people watching this video will probably be there. And how do we make those events as useful as possible for everyone that attends? Do we need separate user events? Do we need user groups around the country, not just the United States, around the world? It's important to globalize. Make sure that our websites, all the critical materials and all the languages we need. I know one of the things at Zen, I spend a lot of time working with teams down in Brazil, and I've already reached out to them about porting all the clouds in Brazil to OpenStack. And so those are the kind of basic roles I do to get going. Look at our website today. It was launched, and you could tell a bunch of marketing guys wrote it, but it's not quite community friendly yet. There's a lot of partners who want to participate. How do they participate? What can they do? We get a lot of partners calling today saying, we want to do something with OpenStack. What should we do? How do we do it? So the first step is kind of identify all the different community members, and there's a lot, and make sure we support everyone. I just put new mailing lists up. The developer mailing lists all through Launchpad are there. And OpenStack is really doing well with the developer side. We're in a good place. I feel really confident with that. But we're just starting to introduce all the infrastructure and support for the rest of the community. We have new mailing lists, OpenStack users. We have OpenStack events. People are throwing events all the time, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, someone goes, I have a meetup in 3 days on OpenStack occurring. I know in California's had a few. Well, we want to make sure everyone is aware of them and has a way to promote them. So now we have OpenStack events. Twitter is very active with OpenStack, and I encourage everyone to follow that. I'm out there as well. And we will start doing weekly newsletters on a consistent basis. We'll start doing community member profiles to everyone learn who everyone is. The blog will start seeing posts from me much more often than the way our blog is going every few days now. So it's really a communication conduit is what I've become. And if you are interested in OpenStack and you're not sure who to call or where to go, contact me, and I will thread you to the right person. I may not know the answer, but I will find the person who does, and I encourage everyone to contact me. And like I said, I'm 3 weeks into the job. I just moved from Florida to Austin, so I am new to Texas, although everyone tells me Austin is not Texas, so I'm not sure what state I'm in, but apparently I'm not in Texas, although we're in San Antonio this morning. It's quite impressive. I've never been to San Antonio before I took this position, so I do encourage people to come down to San Antonio. It's very pretty. But do contact me. I don't even have phone numbers yet, but it's Stephen with a ph.spector at openstack.org, and you can email me. And as long as I'm on my email, I usually respond within 2 to 5 minutes. And if I'm not on my email, then I'll respond as soon as I can. I guarantee you'll hear from me, and sometimes I'll get back to you, but I will find the answer for you.
Excellent. Stephen Spector, well, welcome aboard, and look forward to chatting with you as we go forward.
Great. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.